Hello, and welcome to episode 279 of Prog Review. Though it's not really a prog review because I'm talking about this one, Future Islands and Singles. Look, and there's the single that I got. I managed to pick up a copy of that for £3. These are my new this is my favourite album so far. I'm really enjoying this. Yes, I am. For those of you who don't like pop music, turn off now. For those of you who like to stick around and listen to my recommendations, even though they're not necessarily always prog, then pin back your logos. If anyone's following me on the Twit face, you know that I like Future Islands because I keep linking to their videos and their various appearances on shows like David Letterman, the legendary appearance on David Letterman, which first turned me onto them. And more recently, the Jules Holland show, whatever that's called these days. Yeah, Future Islands. What can I say? They're absolutely fantastic. This album is just so strong. The band consists of William Cushion, Jarek Walmers, and the now legendary Samuel T. Herring. Samuel T. Herring is my hero. When he performs like he means it. He has a face that was looks like it was drawn by a 1950s cartoonist trying to draw a schoolboy. You know, very interesting face. I just, if you've seen the Letterman performance, which, well, I can't even. It's very hard to describe. It's very hard to describe. You'll know that Samuel T. Herring puts everything in. He puts everything into his performance. And I think everyone should be more like that. Back to the music and the album. It's an interesting fusion. Fusion. Oh no, not jazz fusion. Oh no, we don't do jazz fusion here, my son. You right there, Alex? He's huffing and puffing. It's a bit early for him, you see. He wishes he's back in his doggy bed, but we're down here. But I digress. It's an interesting fusion of sounds. You've got this amazing rhythm section, the bass player and the drummer. It's almost like they're from a krautrock band, So it reminds me of Neu and bands like that. Very tight, very syncopated, very in the zone. Love the bass playing. Bass playing is incredibly tight and propels the songs along. So you've got that. The drums very crisp, very in there. Then this is backed by synthesizers. Oh yeah, and we're talking like classic 80s sounds of synthesizers, back in the day, the Vince Clarke kind of Yazoo, Depeche Mode, a little bit of OMD, that kind of sound. You got that there going on in the background. Each riff is hooky, each song has a riff that is memorable and humble on the synthesizer or on the bass, and it's that. And this is augmented by various other instruments, a bit of strings, horns, guitar, various songs. And then we come to Mr. Herring, Samuel T. Herring, who's the vocalist, who is the most interesting singer. He's again, he's got this kind of white soul voice going on, soul boy, but then it goes off, and then it's rock, and then he growls, like he's from, one of those Cookie Monster bands. And he's all over the shop, but his lyrics are, again, the words are interesting. He paints pictures, he tells stories. It's a beautiful album because it's not long. It's only about 40 minutes long, which is the perfect length for an album. Remember that, between 35 and 43 minutes, perfect length of an album. And otherwise, your interest just goes. You don't have to fill up a CD. You've heard me go on about this before, but they fill the album full of great songs. Seasons, open parentheses, Waiting on You, close parentheses, was the opening single, and it's the one that they appeared on Letterman with, and Jules Holland, and that opens the album, and it's just fantastic. It gets you straight off, and they build on this, and like I said, there's various songs where he's telling a story. I find it's up there. It's as strong as the Hyde and Eno album for me. I mean, it's just, again, which wasn't strictly prog, but got mentioned because of Brian Eno's past record. But I just love. I've listened to it. I've listened to it loads. I've got it on my iPhone. I listen to it on the school run. It just puts a spring in my step, and I thoroughly recommend it. I mean, I've listened to some of their other albums and not been as strong. This feel like they've really distilled the essence of the band. I mean, this band's been around a long time in various forms. They appeared a long time ago as I can't remember what it was called, Art Lord, and something, and they ran for like 10 years, and then Future Islands sprung out of that. So you know, these people are seasoned players. These are not somebody that's just appeared. It's just taken them a long time, you know, to get overnight success. I mean, yes, top tracks, Seasons, Sun in the Morning, Back in the Tall Grass, A Song from Our Grandfathers, Lighthouse. I mean, each one's good, and A Dream of You and Me at the end that ends the album. I mean, it's just, I just find it perfect. I know a lot of you out there are just balking. You're going, oh, he's lost his fucking mind. You know, he's lost his mind. He doesn't like Dream Theater, but he'll listen to this crap. Yeah, but this crap's far more engaging. They're not waving their willies around. They're, you know, writing decent fucking songs that you can hum, you know. And that's what all good music is about. It's about music that engages you, that impacts you on an emotional level. I don't think Dream Theater impacts anyone on an emotional level. I think you're lying. I have to get a jibe in at them. I have to. But you know, it's just such a strong record, and for an American band as well, they sound so European. That's what I like about it. You see, again, the mark of good music is music that uses various different influences, melds them into something that's completely unusual, and that's what you get with this. A band but I understand why some of you will not get it, because it's too poppy for the likes of you scumbags. This is too good for you, you know, you bloody know nothings, you know. I don't even why I bother doing these bloody episodes. I really don't, because you're not even going to give them a chance. Because, you know, I have people moaning about my Invisible Touch review because, oh, it sounds too pop. It's like, who wants to be in an unpopular band? You know, pop comes from the word popular. If you want to be in a band where nobody hears your music, then you're an arsehole. Everybody wants to be popular, even progressive rock bands. So when you become popular, you become pop. So anyway, Future Islands. I'm digress. It's early morning. The tea hasn't kicked in. The Earl Grey hasn't quite kicked in yet, you see. It's getting cold. I might need to make a new one. A fresh brew. Oh dear. Oh boy. I've got a week of entertaining the kids. And it's not even... The weather's shit as well, so I can't even take them out. Oh, rubbish. Shall I be a bad dad and put them in front of the Nintendo? Anyway, so yeah, I thoroughly recommend Future Islands singles. Lovely bit of vinyl as well, sounds superb. It's on the 4AD label, which is kind of proggy. It's their first release for 4AD, and this is the single, Seasons, Waiting on You, which some people have been selling for £40, but I got mine for £3 off of Amazon, which I'm pretty pleased with. Okay, that's a nice bit of vinyl too. Look at that. So yeah, I mean, do give them a chance. There's what there is on YouTube at the moment. If you go to their YouTube channel, they did a session for 4AD, and it really captures the band doing their thing. And you could probably see why I like them. If you like I say, krautrock, electro music, Kraftwerk, if you like that kind of thing, there's a lot of that in there. But it's kind of modern and postmodern at the same time. I've babbled on enough. I've tried to open your hearts and ears to something a bit different. You've probably just gone back to your bloody Gentle Giant albums now, haven't you? Why, pearls before swine. That's what we've come to. Anyway, only one more thing to say, and you know what that is. It's Prog on. Hey, come on, it's my programme, I'll do what I want. Ta-ta.